Good, everybody. It's me, Jay Wells. Last time you seen me, I was talking about my fast, which is probably about last week. It's been going on 2 weeks now because it's Friday, and my post fast was last Monday, Memorial Day, and I felt good coming out the fast. But this isn't gonna be another fast video. There's been a lot going on in the world. Post fast, I was feeling good, and like a lot of people, I seen the brutal death of Geroge Floyd by the hands of those officers. I'm not even going to give them the credit to even speak their name, but we all seen what happened, and it left me for a loss of words. I was mad, I was upset, I was angry, just seeing it, and it was different. This isn't the first time we've gone through something like this, but the brutality of it, seeing the life slowly leaving somebody. It wasn't like a short clip where we see somebody being shot in the case of like Walter Scott and he goes down, or Philando Castile, which happened in Minneapolis also, or Alton Sterling being shot. It was boom and it was over. But with this, the video lasted for close to 10 minutes, and he was suffocated for over 8, and you couldn't help but just watch and realize what happened, and just the cold callousness that was on this man's face. And I was upset, and then shortly thereafter, people started taking to the streets and protesting. Even in the city I reside in, I live in Atlanta, but it just so happened that I had left before all this happened, and so I wasn't able to be there and protest with everybody in Atlanta. I'm back in Duval, and that was short-lived. But with that, I wanted to be responsive and not reactive. I didn't want to do something filled with rage and anguish and mad, but I wanted to do something purposeful. But I couldn't ignore what was going on, and so I have lapses in my social media. I'm not consistent with it, and this is no different. But this is so important. I wanted to speak on it, and I just want to applaud everybody, the men and women that came out, and protested. And this thing has gone worldwide, from Atlanta to LA to New York and Minneapolis, where it happened. People showed up and showed out, and a lot of it is made about people rioting and looting, and it's not us. Yeah, there's some of us out there protesting non-violently and peacefully, but then there's a lot of agitators out there, there's anarchists, there's white supremacists that are out there, and you can't see who they are because they have hoods on, they have masks on, and they're screaming Black Lives Matter, but in their heart is hate, in their heart is disruption, in their heart is anarchy, and they want to bring like destruction and make the Black Lives Matter protests look bad by breaking the windows and looting. And there's a lot of black people that's out there trying to stop that and speak to that, but it's a lot of people that are they just want to tear stuff up, and that's their only purpose. But that's not deterring the people that's out there really about the business and bring a light to the issue that's really an old issue that's been going on for a long time. And so we all have our part to play, and this is like the first step of that with the protest. And so I was thinking about, how can I lend my voice? How can I be purposeful in what I'm doing? How can I use the gifts that God made me? And part of the fast, it got me to start YouTubing. And so lending my voice to different things. And so first it was about me and my fast, and now this isn't about me, this is about us, and it's about everybody. So I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I just want to speak to the issue, applaud everybody that's out there day after day protesting and lending their voice, and not being silenced and being heard, and braving the elements and braving the police. And the same people that were protesting are the same people that's out there causing harm to people. And there's videos you can look for yourself with police causing just as much destruction, coaching people how to tag a building, breaking windows, destroying their own cars, providing bricks to to agitate and to get people to participate in, you know, destruction, so they can just come down on them and drop the hammer on them. That shouldn't be. And I applaud the people that are smart enough not to go for the okie doke. So for me, thinking about this thing, having conversations with family and friends about what's the next step. We're at a shift in the world with our consciousness and what's going on, what's not going to be allowed. This was like the perfect combustible combination of events to bring us to this point. Because had this happened a year ago, and God rest Geroge Floyd, a year ago when people had jobs and careers and places to go, people would have been upset. They're like, yeah, cool, man, oh, that's a thing, but I gotta go to work. I gotta punch this clock. I gotta go make sure I take care of my family and provide for them. Now, there's no job to go to. There's no commute to work. There's no money. There's no pension. People had nothing but time on their hands to sit and stew and with this and have a thought and have an opinion and have a voice. But what are you going to do with this upset feeling? Take it to the streets. Because there's no job for me to go to and take my mind off of this. You know, I'm not working. I'm not making any money. And I got time to really sit down with this thing and be upset about it and feel some kind of way about it. And that's what happened. And so it's the perfect combustible situation. And so I just wanted to speak to that. But beyond that, there's this movement happening. There's the energy in the air. And for the first time in a long time, you see white people, white men, white women out there marching along with people that look like me. Black men, black women saying, we've had enough. They're the ones screaming the loudest and then out there going harder than us in some instances. And while I appreciate that, part of me says, well, it's about doggone time, you know, because we have the movement and energy now, not because we're fed up with it, because we've been fed up with it since the onset of slavery, but now they're upset with it. Part of that is because they don't have anywhere to go. There's no job to go to. They have time. And so I'm not criticizing them, but it's just an observation, and it's an appreciation also, because now we know when white people get tired of something, stuff gets done. And stuff is happening now. We got the movement, we got the energy. Now, where do we go from here? And this is what I want to talk to. If you listen to this video, if you stuck in for the 7 minutes I've been talking, what I'd like for you to do, tag, if there's a black business that you frequent, tag them in the comments. Go below, at least 3. If you only know 1, do that. 1, 2, 3, however many you know. If you know a black business, please share this video, tag them, put their name, contact information in the comments, and share it, right? Because now we got this energy, we have a shifting in people's consciousness. It's time to capitalize on it. How can we capitalize on it? Black men and women, it's time for us to love each other the way we've been loving everybody else. We've been giving our love out to everybody. We've been giving our love to Nike in terms of our patronage in business. We've been giving our love to Reebok. We've been giving our love to Puma. We've been giving our love to Fendi, to Gucci, to all these different brands and companies. And people know the buying power that we have, over $1 trillion. That goes without saying. Now, it's time for us to get that same love and support we've been giving to everybody else back to us. I've got a cap on purpose. This, I got it in selfie mode, but Atlanta Black Crackers. When I was at the Atlanta Black Theater Festival, I got this cap from a gentleman, black man. I gotta find his card, I don't have it on me. But he sells memorabilia from the Negro League and other sports memorabilia. I supported him. I'm gonna show you the sneaker I got on. It's a brother. This is Nagaste foot brand, Nagaste footwear, right? You can see the tag right in there, right? Nagaste footwear. These are just a couple people I'm shouting out, and so I don't want you to think I'm just giving lip service. I'm really trying to put my money where my mouth is. If there's a brother or a sister that's got a business and it's something I use, so oils. I got this when I went to Haiti, right? It's simple, but it's my style, and I got it. Anything to show support because we need it. You know, we keep giving our time and our attention, our money to other people. We got to give it back to us. How can we be on the level with everybody else if we don't support us, right? We keep going to these corporations, and they rightly so, they should support us because our ancestors built this country, gave them a head start in terms of their economics and their finances, right? But we keep saying they need to do more, they need to do more, they need to do more. And they probably should. But what I'm saying to us, this is what we can do in the immediate to support each other, because the reality is we may never get their support. We might get it now, and people are coming out and making statements now. And so, but are they really going to put their money where their mouth is? I don't know. I hope so, but we'll see. But in the immediate, let's not wait on them. In the immediate, what we can do for ourselves, we can slow down on us giving our love out, giving our time, giving our money to these people, and give it to ourselves. I got these Nagaste footwear from the Nagaste Foot brand. Look them up. This gentleman, I gotta find this card. I'm not home right now, but when I find it, I'll put it in the comments so you can see. Those are people that I found and I've supported. So you might not be in the footwear, it might be something else. But if it was a brother or sister that has a business, that has something that you buy and you use on a regular, support them. Because that's the other, and not the only way, but that's a way we can further ourselves and push ourselves ahead. We got to support each other economically, right? So it's time to circle the wagons, right? We got to stop giving our money out to every other group but ourselves, right? Right? Because are they spending money and time in our communities? Maybe, maybe not. But we can support ourselves. We can love one another. How we show our love is by support. How we show our support is by patronizing black-owned business. And I've gotten this argument a lot of times, and it's true. There are black businesses that aren't on the level. There's some people that don't do what they're supposed to in business. I'm not telling you to support a bad black business, but I am telling you to support a good black business, because guess what? If you go to a store and we don't get the level of support we feel like we should have, guess what? We don't say, oh, this is why I don't shop with white people. We go to another white business. We go to another business that's probably owned by somebody white, and you should. And much the same way, if you go to a black business and you don't get the level of customer service that you deserve, you don't get the treatment that you deserve, you don't get the quality of care or the quality of a garment or whatever that you're buying, don't support them. It's that plain and simple. But there's plenty of other people that's on the level in black businesses that are doing their thing, that are on the level with their business, and that put out good work and put out good quality. Support them, right? And so the other ones, it's a free market. So if their business isn't on the level, don't go for the okie doke. You know, you don't gotta support them, but you do have to support good black businesses, and there's plenty out there. And so I just shouted out two. Well, one really, Nagaste. You can look them up online. You know, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Their footwear, fly, dope. I wear them all the time. I get comments on them. That's a start, right? You know, just imagine if we put our support behind a brother like that. You know, there's no way that he's not going to be on the level of Nike and all these other companies. And if you think about Nike and what they've done, they were a small running shoe company. They came along, they threw the support behind Michael Jordan, and look, multi-billion-dollar company, to the point where they can give LeBron James a $1 billion contract. We did that. That's what we did. And in a lifetime, we're talking roughly 30, 40 years. Their multi-billion-dollar contract where they can give a singular athlete a $1 billion contract and not skip a beat. That's the power of what we did. That's just one company. And we buy more than Nike. We buy more than Reebok. We buy more than Fendi, Prada, Gucci, right? That's what we did. That love, support, that with money we put behind all these other companies. Imagine if we did that for ourselves. And that's what I'm talking about. And now we're at a point in time where this message can really be heard, and I think we can really get behind it. And so that's my contribution to the movement. Economics, money, support one another. And so let's shout it out, please. If you're not already following me, please follow, like, share, subscribe, and spread it and share this video to others. If you got anything out of what I said and you found it useful, share it. If not, you don't have to. But I would implore you, if you want to help, if you want to do something, that's something in the immediate that doesn't require you to go out into the street and risk hurt, harm, or danger, but that's necessary. People are doing that work. But now, if you're not the type to go out into the street and protest, this is something you can do. You can find a black business and support them with your money and your dollars. And so I just wanted to say that. And I hope you're all well. Stay safe out there. Stay blessed. And to God be the glory. And I thank God for the consciousness shift that's happening in the movement, and people finally realizing who we are and what's happening to us and what's been happening to us, right? It's hard right now, but this is you know, the devil has but a short time, and he's trying to cause as much ruckus as he can before he's out of here. But I wanted to make a video. I wanted to address what's going on, and I'll be back with another message. But I wanted to be responsive and not reactive. And what's happening is upsetting, but it's meant to upset you. But you got to think through it. And I wanted to approach this as a fighter and not as just somebody in the streets, right? And so in the ring, it's savage. You're fighting with everything that you have, but you got to think through the problem. You got to think through what's ahead of you, right? You can't just go through with just savagery thinking you're going to get the persons out of there, because they have skill too. They came there to knock you out just like you came there to knock them out. So you can't react to what they're showing you, what's happening, but you do have to respond to it. And what's the response? Do you bob and weave? Do you block? Do you parry? Or can you just go ahead and just take them out with your shots or whatever? You got to respond, not react, because they're getting stuff to do you to react, because they might feint you, get you to react to it and throw your shot too early, then boom, you get countered, right? So that's why I didn't want to react, come on, whoa, 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 whoa. But think about what I want to say and respond to, and want to provide a solution and something that we can do in the immediate. And that's my contribution. And so thank you for, you know, tuning in, listening to me. And you all be blessed out there. And I will holler at you all later. And thank you.